I'm gonna do my makeup real quick. Like really quick. I'm not trying to do anything too spectacular. And talk about where I'm at and what's going on. I just finished my first semester of school last week. To say that that was a lot of stress would be an understatement. I finished school on Wednesday. I took my last 2 finals. I had 1 on Tuesday and 2 on Wednesday. And so I just started break. I have a break for the next month. I'm really grateful for that because I was starting to kind of get to the point in the semester where I was like running out of steam. It felt like not actually even as bad as I've experienced in the past with school. Like, I don't know, I'm very much like a pro summer semester. Like, summer semester for some reason hits so different than the other two. Well, I'm not gonna say for some reason. The reason is obvious. There are other sources of like morale and other, things to look forward to in the summer to kind of like balance it out and distract you and, keep the morale high when you're sitting there studying like for hours and hours and hours and hours. You can go reward yourself with like a nice walk or a bike ride or something like that. Whereas like in the winter, it's just like you study for hours and it's time for bed and then it's time to wake up and go to school and then it's like time for bed, and it's just like this endless cycle. So yeah, and I'm approaching the fall semester now, and so that's kind of, it's kind of scary to think about that I'm gonna be going right back into like those tough semesters when, we have Christmas and we have Thanksgiving and Halloween, and like you want to be able to like have time to like enjoy the holiday season because everybody just naturally does. And like the truth of the matter is like with the weight of my studies and the way that my curriculum is and how intense it all is and how intense like my clinical load is, I'm more than likely not going to be able to be the most involved in the holidays this year, which I've had, that happen a couple times in the past where I was in a really heavy, had a really heavy course load during the Christmas season or the holiday season, and it was tough. Luckily for me, last year, I had finished all my prerequisites and was just waiting to get into my program. So I was able to be fully like present during last year's, and I kind of like took extra time to like really try to like enjoy it because I knew that the next year it was going to be back to that like just school and that's it. And so it's just a balancing act, but to express my feelings about finishing the first semester, I just feel immense gratitude and I feel very proud of myself because this semester in specific had a class that I have been dreading for many years of my life. Like, I've always known I wanted to go to school for radiology, and so I was very like aware of the coursework and the classes that I was going to be taking and when I'd be taking them. And I always knew like first semester starts out with physics, and I dreaded it. Honestly, I dreaded it. And to know that it's something that I survived, it's a feeling much like when you pass like A and P 1 and 2 of like, oh my god, like that that's over now. Like, nobody can take it from me. Or when you like pass your driving test or something and you're like, I have my license now, like nobody can take it from me, it's mine, I earned it, I did it. Like, that's very how I feel right now with the physics. Like, I know that the coursework's gonna keep being difficult, and it's gonna challenge me, like heavily challenge me for the next months to come. But there is a specific challenge with the physics for me that I'm so proud of myself for overcoming. Other than that, yeah, I have a month off. I'm gonna be working a lot, and then I have to start clinicals on the 26th, so it's gonna be opening up like a whole new kind of world for me, because it's been a while. I haven't worked at a hospital in almost 2 years now at this point. You know, I've been living that nursing home life, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. There's like a special like vibe at working, like when you're working at a hospital, that kind of makes like, it kind of makes working fun. Like, and I know I say that and I probably sound so like dumb because work is never fun, but when you love like the healthcare field and you've always wanted and always dreamed of like doing a certain type of work, it's almost fun being able to be there. Like, it feels like you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, if that makes sense. So yep, I look forward to all of that. I'm excited. There's other things going on in life right now, in my personal life, that are making things extremely difficult to keep the morale up, but I'm gonna just try like hell